Well, speaking of food, in tonight's Health Edge, we're talking about foods that can make you sick. And the list may surprise you.
Yeah, we want to bring in our chief health editor, Dr. Nandi. What foods are we talking, Doc?
Yeah, some of them are really surprising.
Okay.
So here's the thing, 1 in 6 people get sick every year from what they ate. Now, food poisoning can be mild. Lots of us have had it. And in some people can be severe, even lead to death. Some of the bugs causing this illness usually can't be seen, smelled, or tasted, so people don't even know they have it.
What are some of the top foods that can make you sick?
Yeah, it's surprising. So, it's summertime, a lot of people want salads, right? So leafy greens, lettuce, spinach, and kale may be packed with nutrients, but also can have loads of bacteria. Now, these greens account for, guess what, 24% of all food outbreaks. Now, berries is another one. My son loves them, and they're colorful, delicious, and we love it because they have antioxidants, but sometimes can be contaminated with cyclospora. Sounds bad, and it is bad. It's a parasite that can give you cramping, diarrhea, and dehydration. Also, cantaloupe, favorite in many parties. This delicious fruit can give you big outbreaks of foodborne illnesses and have resulted in hospitalization and death. The culprits are mainly salmonella and occasionally listeria. Also, lots of people in the morning have eggs. Eggs can make you sick because of salmonella. Hens actually can contaminate the eggs even before the shells are formed. So every time there's an ice cream truck, my kids would go running, and this awesome, delicious treat can also be accompanied by, guess what, bacteria. Last year there was an outbreak with listeria where 3 people died. In addition, you can think about potatoes, tomatoes, peanut butter, even sprouts, and these can really cause some real diseases, so you have to watch out for those as well.
Now, of course, ice cream you can't wash, but we buy like the fruit and veggie wash that actually rinses. I mean, is it a case of clean greens?
Yeah, and I'll talk about that. But the thing is that you have to get clean greens, but I would avoid getting the ones that are pre-processed. Then one of the other ones is seafood. People talk about seafood and they want to have healthy seafood. Tuna is a great source of protein, but can contain something you can't probably pronounce, but called scrambotoxin. Now, this causes cramps, headaches, and this toxin starts to build up as the fish spoils. Also, my wife, every time we go out, loves oysters, but people who love this delicacy, this can be harvested in waters contaminated with norovirus and cause gastroenteritis if served raw. They can also contain Vibrio, a cousin of cholera, and can cause life-threatening illness with fever, chills, and even septic shock, so you got to really watch out.
No coincidence, these are summer foods that you're talking about here, so probably keeping them stored in the right temperature is an issue here. What are your other prescriptions?
My prescriptions, number 1 is that wash your greens thoroughly. You talked about this. Avoid the bagged salads if possible, even the ones that claim to be pre-washed. Some of the commercial washing system, guess what, may not get rid of the bacteria, so get your own greens. Cook your eggs fully. Avoid raw eggs and choose scrambled or boiled eggs instead of sunny side or poached. Also for tuna, keep the tuna cold until you're preparing it. Get it in the fridge when you get it home and don't take it out until that time. Also avoid oysters. Pick steamed or baked preparations instead. And lastly, avoid pre-cut fruit to decrease the chance of bacterial infection, and wash berries thoroughly.
These are all my favorite foods, Doc.
Well, you can still eat them, but just make sure you prepare them the way you do. And no more oysters for you, Mr. Bourbon.
Oh.
Hot sauce doesn't kill it?
No, it doesn't. Hot sauce doesn't kill it.
Despite what my daughter said.
Bourbon doesn't kill it either. So anyway, thanks, Doc. If you have a question for the good doctor, go ahead and email him at drnandi@WXYZ.com.
All right. We're going to take you outside now with a look